Hello, y'all. Howdy. Good afternoon. Just pulled in my driveway. I want to talk to you guys briefly about a couple things. The first thing is you never give up. Number two, you don't listen to people who haven't accomplished the thing that you set forth to accomplish. Sort of like the blind leading the blind kind of thing. You know, the Bible speaks upon that. And you also don't deal with somebody who already burnt you before, okay? So you remember those three things. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about knowing opportunity and seizing your opportunity to do better. Some of you guys are contemplating whether or not you should make the move to get that new car, to get that new job, to talk to this new person, give this person an opportunity to be a part of your life in terms of relationship and or marriage. I'm going to tell you, follow your heart. But at the same time, count the cost and make sure whatever decision you make today, that could affect you tomorrow moving forward. Doesn't make sense for you to move. Doesn't make sense for you to get married. Doesn't make sense for you to cut certain people out of your life.
You know the answer to that already.
You have the answer more than likely, but are you going to act upon it? That's what we're going to talk about today, acting upon it.
Acting upon what's the next move.
I had an opportunity to meet a lot of people in my life thus far, my 44 years living on the face of this planet Earth. And what I do realize, you have to position yourself to be in a position to meet new people. Well, I can hear some people say, oh, I don't like to talk and meet new people. Position yourself around people who are like-minded. If you like to play golf, play golf.
Right.
If you don't know how to play, sit around. Go visit the games.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Become a caddy.
Be present.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
When in Rome, do
what
Romans do. That's common sense. If you like to fish, you might meet someone who love to fish as well. That's how sparks and a connection is made.
Yeah, you got to be there. You got to be in the moment for when preparation meets opportunity, you can flow right through it.
That's the thing. If you stay ready,
you ain't got to get
ready.
But if you ain't
that's why you got to be ready.
If you ain't ready, you're going to be left behind.
You have to seize the opportunity, seize the moment, and don't figure you know better than, you know, the next person. You know what I mean? You can't think like that. Like me, I look at myself as an individual who is constantly still growing. Am I perfect? No. Do I have skeletons in my closet? Yes. Do my boo-boo stink? Yeah. Just like yours. Okay? If I pinch myself hard enough, I'm still going to jump. Because I still got feelings in my body. And I might even, you know, every now and again, you know, make a little boo-boo, like they say, our granddaughters say. And you get a scratch or something, guess what's going to come out? What? It's not going to be ooze. It ain't going to be green. It's going to be red blood. So all of us are red, you know, in the inside. So I'm just saying that to say maybe that's a little corny to some of you guys, but my point of it is, if you know us by now, if you watch it for the first time, you must go to YouTube. Real and Raw Media. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Our only mission and purpose of doing social media is to encourage somebody. It doesn't matter if it's one or two people, which we reach more people than that. Right. It's not about us. It's about getting whatever God has in store for you. You're correct. Today. Yeah, that's right. It's for you, for us to reach you, so that way you know that wherever you're in, you don't have to stay in it. There's always a way out. Working a job, shorten your hours. Because I'm here to tell you, the more hours you work, the less your paycheck is. They take out more taxes. Why are you working 2 or 3 jobs? For what? To make an extra $200-$300, you'll do better than to work overtime or have a side hustle. You need a way of escape. You have to get away from your job because you will never get rich working for somebody else. You're building their brand. You're building their family's wealth. You're building their network. Their legacy and their network. Your name has nothing to do with that. What are you doing for yourself today? What are you doing for your family? Nothing. You taking it and paying bills. Some of you know more than owners. Some of you should own. Some of you can, if you're working in the restaurant business, why don't you start with some catering? That's the least expensive way to make a lot of money for a low cost. Some of you guys can, you know, get $50 or $60 or $100 from, you know, a family member and or a friend to start your business, or somebody might let you borrow, you know, $50 off the EBT, 100. That might be all you need. Just buy some plastic, buy some plastic plates, but not plastic forks and spoons. The containers. Dollar store got that, right? Yeah, you can get the to-go trays. Social media I'm telling you right now, is the wave. It's
That's
still
it.
on the e-commerce.
Mm-hmm.
What you do, you set up your a online shop. For those of you who like to thrift and have the unction, the desire to do better than what you're doing.
Right.
Start from there and do your research.
Correct. But everybody is not meant to own.
No, not at all.
Just because we're telling you you can start your own business, you can start your own business, but it could just be a side hustle.
Right.
Something to just bring in extra revenue. Doesn't mean you got to go and purchase a building and start your own store.
You don't need the overhead.
Right.
Like, I don't know why a lot of people, they assume because, just say if you're in the automobile industry,
Mm-hmm.
why do you think you have to get a building? Why do you think you have to get employees? Why do you think you have to get all this high-tech fancy stuff that's going to cost you a lot of capital?
Mm-hmm.
Start selling homes, cars, food, whatever before you decide to expand
Right.
to move forward, which is going to cost you more money. Start from where you at. That's what I'm
Correct.
saying.
You let your money tell you when to move.
That's a fact. I love you say that because when we first started in business, I wanted to see how much money could I save.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a new car. Everybody else was getting new cars and stuff. I said to you when we first got married, if you buried me now, and I made a promise to God, I said, you know what, we probably wasn't eating the best then, but I can assure you, we living and eating the best now, constantly.
No question about that.
Somebody say, all y'all do is eat and shop. That's absolutely right. Now remember, we was doing oodles and noodles and franks and bread, pushing 2 chairs together for a bed because we ain't had a mattress or a bed. Like, I can tell y'all a story. If you don't know, you got to listen to our testimony because at the end of the day, we got a reason to give God praise.
Always.
Yeah, we fancy, but God made us this way. Let me say it like that. We choose to live our life to the fullest. Do we always agree on everything as being married? No. Is there such thing as a perfect marriage?
No.
Is it a perfect relationship? No. You don't have a perfect relationship with God, let alone your brother or your sister.
Exactly.
We're forgiven.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
And at the end of the day, we still work together.
And by His stripes, we are healed. We're more than conquerors. You had the victory today. You just got to take hold of your life and don't make excuses and point the blame on somebody else. Accountability. Be accountable for your own actions. Stop snitching on people on your job. Because you can't tear somebody down and hope to build yourself up. God ain't gonna bless the mess.
Ooh.
So at the end of the day, in the meantime, in between time, you cannot tear somebody else down in order to elevate yourself. Because a house divided gonna fall. And I promise you, the wages of sin specifically is death. That's what it says. It ain't say life. That don't mean you can live any kind of way you want to do. Do what you want to do. Hurt people, destroy people. Do everything under the sun that our Savior and our King told us not to do. And you're going to assume you're going to have long life? It doesn't work like that. Honor your mother and your father for your
days shall be long.
That means it's going to happen.
That's a promise.
You can't disrespect anybody of authority, let alone your mother or your father. This is going to help somebody.
And think that you're going to live a long life. It ain't happening.
And for those of you who think more of yourself than you ought to, God can give people some things. The devil can allow you to get some things too. Do you deserve everything you got? It ain't my job to point fingers at nobody.
No.
I'm not going to attempt to do that. The whole purpose of this message today is to encourage somebody who's listening, who's understanding, who's contemplating, what can we do? What's the next thing that I should do?
And take accountability and do it.
Y'all got to learn to fish. People are not going to continue to keep blessing you and giving you and giving you and giving you. You have to do it for yourself.
You have to put in the work yourself. You have to put in your work yourself. You can't expect somebody to keep doing it for you. Oh, well, can you do this? Oh, well, I need a ride. Oh, you're not even trying to find the bus route. You're not trying to find out when the next appointment is. You're not trying to find out when the next job fair. You expect everybody else to do it for you. Time is out for that.
Stop making excuses. Stop saying what you don't got, what opportunities you didn't have growing up, what you can't do now because of you don't have a car. You're not making enough money. But you got 3 or 4 cell phones though, and a closet full of clothes, and a bunch of sneakers and jewelry, and all this other fancy stuff that does not matter.
But can't walk to the store.
You better sell some of your items, make some money, and be responsible.
That's it.
If you give some, you save some.
You keep some, you always have some.